woke up and today is supposed to be like 68 degrees, so that's in Fahrenheit, and that's flipping beautiful for this time of year after being in like the 30s. So I thought that I would come out here and do like a little planning video. It's really windy, so I apologize. So here's the garden, still asleep. I need to do a lot of cleanup. So this is going to be my main path. And the in-law situation and all that obviously has changed. But my plans haven't really changed a whole lot. They've just been tweaked. Eventually I'm going to have a brick pathway through here, maybe about 3 or 4 feet wide, and then having pots on each side, garden pots, you know, like these. Maybe I'd like to get a lot of these. If you see where the cinder blocks are placed, those are in the 4 corners of what is going to be my new greenhouse. So if you look at my garden, all of these are my garden beds and these are my paths. So we'll go down one path, and then I'm going to go down what I call my main path, which is in between these 2 walls, which I'm going to probably get another one of these and put over here, or get 2 that look the same. So this is what it's going to be like. You'll come out of my main path, and right there will be my greenhouse. And I'm going to have French doors right here, like that. So that would be the greenhouse, which is roughly 12 feet by 24 feet. And then you will come out to the main drag here, and then I'll have garden beds going this way that reflect these on the other side. So there will be, I don't know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 garden beds right here, and then a thick path in front of my, you can't even see them right now, my Rose of Sharons, my little Rose of Sharon, which will eventually be tall and pretty. It'll be a thick path in front of them, similar to this path that is in front of my arborvitaes. So this will all be garden beds, and they will be the length of the greenhouse. Then going back down, and then around on this side of my greenhouse. I don't know what I'm gonna do up against it yet, but over here I'm thinking I might plant a grapevine. I'm not sure, but I do know I'm gonna make an archway for the beginning of my garden, and I'm gonna plant that wisteria that is right up there. I'm gonna replant that up here. So I do know that I'm gonna have a path that goes to the back of my greenhouse, and then back here I'm going to have a nice patio area, and then I'm going to build a brick wall right here with a window, and then behind the brick wall I'm gonna have a nice big flower bed with roses. So essentially you could sit here at your little bistro set and look out the little window and see the roses. And then over here I want to have a circle with flowers in it, and then a fountain behind the patio. And then out in this area I'm gonna decorate it up, I don't know, landscape it up all nice, and then have like herb gardens and stuff like that. And then over here I'm thinking about, because I need to move my small apples, my dwarf apple trees, because I was doing them in the spalé method, but they're back there behind all that, which I'll show you in a minute. and they're not doing very great. So I'm thinking about doing a spalea trees, apple trees, maybe right here. I don't know, maybe one on each side of this stump. I don't know exactly how I want to do that yet, but I will figure it out. So I will show you my apple trees. So back here is where I was originally going to have my orchard, but throughout the summer last year I realized that this still doesn't get enough light to have an orchard back here. So right here my cherry tree, which is still doing good, and I think it likes its spot there. And then this apple tree, which I think that it's okay with its spot. But I think what I'm going to turn this into back here is my compost area, or where I put a lot of, you know, the garden waste that we can recycle. Like this is our stuff from our chicken coop the other day, and I have a couple piles over there. I'm going to consolidate it into one area and then do that. But here's one of my apple trees, and looks like there's some, I don't even know if this is going to live. But I'm going to try to move it, because I was going to spalea method these. And this is one that's the same. This one might have a better chance at living, but see, there were some deer last year that were biting the tips off of it. This one grew a new tip, because that one failed from that deer. So I might just move this one and have one. I really wanted two, but I'm going to try with that one. We'll see. But I had raspberries planted back here. And then this apple tree, which I'm going to move because it's really shaded back here. I'm going to have to clean up all of this and get rid of it. And this is just, like I said, I'm going to plant grass seed. This can be, and maybe like wildflower seeds. And this can be like a nice little meadow area where I also do my composting. But I'm going to move that apple tree. I think I might move it because I'm going to cut down this tree and this one. So I might move that apple tree right here. We'll see. Because then I'll have the cherry and then maybe an apple here. We'll see how that looks from this way. There's so much stuff I need to clean up this year. See, there's the cherry. There's the path that goes to the woods. So I was thinking right here. Right there. I think that would look nice. It'd look nice. I think it'd have a better chance. I don't really want to plant it where I'm standing because I have my fire pit here that we burn a lot of, like, I don't know, leaves and whatever. And then I eventually want to make this garage bigger. I planned on making the garage at least out to here. Then I'm going to have to move my burn. It's always something, guys. It's always something. But, yeah. A lot of stuff to be done. I'm just out here planning this morning. That, I don't know what kind of bush this is, but next to my peach tree, it keeps coming back. I need to get rid of all this too. These are like wild grapes and old tree stumps that keep growing back. But like this bush keeps growing back. I might just keep it trimmed and keep it because it's kind of pretty, and I think I can use it in like flower arrangements or something. Like brown bark. I don't know. Need to level out all this because we had our septic done, which this is our leach field out this way. It forks this way. That's why I don't want to put a whole lot of stuff on here like trees or anything. So it forks out, comes out from that out, and then it goes that way. So I mean, I can build on top of it as long as it's not something super heavy, which it's just a greenhouse. And then all that is good. It doesn't go out that far. I can plant my other stuff. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing this morning. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Skylar, that's a teenager now. Happy birthday to you. You're supposed to blow it. Yay! What is going on? It was just warm. Don't mind my laundry. What we got? More duckies. Look at here, sitting in their water bowl.
They're probably dumping.
We got a little itty bitty water to match that, but they use it too fast. They prefer to have a bowl to play in, so I'm gonna have to put them in a different thing today. I don't know. I have to come up with something. This is too small. I got the heat plate. I lost my other one, so I was using that, but I didn't feel safe
Don't step on.
using that because they've been known to have house fires and whatnot. So got another heat plate. This one I think is a 10 by 10.
They're
A
probably
little itty bitty food bowl.
They're probably dumping their water bottle.
This food bowl wouldn't fit in there. So, yeah. That's fine. Little food bowl water thing came with that little heat plate. There's our duckies. I actually forgot what type they were. But when they get older, I guess they're gonna have like green heads and a black body, kind of similar to our other duck. Since our last female went by the road, a green head and a black body.
Oh,
Like the other duck.
they're gonna be cool.
But our other duck lost his gal friend on the road. So we're gonna put a fence up, probably in the summertime. We'll just keep them all over there. Hi, Duck Duck. So Skylar got for his birthday. How old are you now, Sky?
13.
Big teenager. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like putting the two water bottles together, but you don't have to sit there and do it back. This is faster, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
And the water just drains and it goes into the other bottle when you do it like that.
Yeah.
This is just on the highest setting. This is the lowest setting. It's smaller.
Oh, a little one. That's kind of like one of those over-the-water tornadoes.
Yeah.
I wish you could make it like a really big one. Like a really big one.
Yeah.
Like, what is it, F5?
Yeah, it has 5 settings. This is the lowest setting.
You having problems over there?
Yeah.
weren't even trying.
I did my hand push my nose.
What if I did?
Wanted to give you guys an update on these sweet potatoes. Look how prolific these have been. And these I just got at a local grocery food store. Made sure that they were organic. And I just popped some toothpicks and put them in water. I even did a test and I used some fertilizer in these two and not in these two, which this one I started upside down, so he don't really count. Which this one I started upside down too, but as you see, still doing fine because they made their way up. This one, that one was too fat to make its way up. But they're all doing so good. And what you do when they get like this big is you pop them off, which maybe I can show you. Well, in my case, I have to take it out. I have to take it out and put it on here to get them off. But usually, if you grow them the right way, you can just pop them off from the top. But since I started them upside down, I'm gonna have to work the little start out from the base, which should have been the top. So all these roots should have been on the other side and these should have been on the top. Then you just take it and you put it in some water and you set it by the windowsill or in your light source. Better example of how they're supposed to look and how you're supposed to be able to take them off. It's down at the base. You're supposed to be able to just, easier with 2 hands, but yeah, like that. So you have one there. You have the little root base, and then you put them in water. And can't really see that, but let's see, they form their own roots. So I'm gonna do that to all of these. So see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little plants here to add to the 2 that I have in there. And then I'm just gonna put this back by the window, and it will make more sprouts for me. I could probably do that to these too. I'm gonna grab those. I pretty much pick the ones that are tall enough to be able to be on their own in the cup. Okay, you'll see here I have 13 plants. 13 individual plants off of just this one and this one. And then I set them up there and they're gonna grow me more, and then I'll have more sweet potatoes. My plan is to be able to fill up one entire bed, one of my long beds, with sweet potatoes this year. And I'm doing this, I don't know, for the cost of about $4 and some time. I think that's what I paid for those. So I'm going to fill this cup with those. And it looks like a little bouquet of sweet potato starts. I just try to make sure that the base, all their bases are in water so that they can all root. What I do is I just use this cling wrap and I take a toothpick, I make a hole. There's probably a better way to do this. I kind of thought about getting like a seed starter tray and filling it with water and putting, you know, individual starts in there. I might do that out there on the top rack by the window because that's all they really need is window light. And then, but I like this because then I can easily just take my cup, set it outside for a few hours here and there to harden them off, and then I get them ready to plant them out. But that is how it's looking this year. Now ideally in the future I'll do this all in my greenhouse. I'll probably do my, you know, sweet potato starts in here like this. I don't know. I want to have a heated greenhouse though, so we'll see. If you don't have space, you don't have a greenhouse, windowsill, perfect. Update on things before I close out this video. I've been doing a monthly now just because the chaoticness of my life is now what this has become. I don't know, I feel like as spring, you know, comes into full swing and then summer comes that I might start doing more routine videos, but full-time job, kids, getting them up and going, you know, dealing with other drama. This is what it is right now. So I got my archway made, which is just a cattle panel and some stakes, and I moved my wisteria so it can kind of crawl all over this, and it's doing good. Surprisingly, it was sitting like right there by the front walkway right here, and it was getting trampled all the time. So this is my entrance, and yeah, I think I'm going to do a grapevine from like this part over, so it'll be like a wall for the entrance of the garden. And then the glorious wisteria. Do some really cool landscaping in here this year, but this is my asparagus bed, which I want my asparagus to just kind of all throughout here. What is that I see? Oh, no, I thought it was an asparagus. Dang it. I think it's too early. Anyway, if you don't remember, those are the 2 peaches that my kids planted as seeds at our old place because we cut down a peach tree. I was so upset because I didn't know it was a peach tree because it wasn't bloomed yet. Anyway, so here's where we transplanted the apple trees. Hopefully they survive. I'm not really sure on that one. That's why I put it more like over to the side, because I kind of want to do like a circle, a spale method around this tree stump. So I'm like, if it doesn't survive, you know, at least I tried. This one looks like it might survive. Time will tell. Those are my 2 dwarf apple trees. The kids were digging this out to make like a little bench. Hi, Taps. And here's where we moved the other apple tree, and it's away from the septic because right here is where the leach field goes, and then out that way, and then it just forks right before it gets to my garden. So yeah, it's not gonna disrupt anything. Away from all that, I need to come out here and do some pruning, but I just want to make sure there's no freezing nights. As you've seen, that peach tree has so many buds this year. I'm so excited. I hope that we don't get like a late frost and end up killing them all. I'm gonna have to go cover them. I'm gonna do some massive landscaping over here this year. This is like an overgrown lilac, so I plan to cut a lot of it out, but I'm gonna keep some of it. But there's also big, like, various trees I call weed trees, so I want to keep those. And this is a rose bush that my grandma planted years ago, and it doesn't do very well underneath this tree, so I'm gonna take it out. But yeah, don't really know how the landscaping is gonna go around here, but I did finish this up, and I just threw a little planter in there. But thanks for watching.